Hey, it's Udi, and I know I have a couple of videos in my channel that cover how to stream Cubase or your DAW, and also how to stream it to Facebook or YouTube, but I thought I'll do another one this time. I'll give you some more tips, and I'll cover, of course, the basics, and we'll do all in one kind of thing. So I'm not going very deep into the tools, meaning I'm not going to teach OBS. I'm not going to teach you everything that there is in around this, or how to edit your videos. I just want to get you going and started. You have to do your own research and learn the tools. So let's get started. First of all, what it is that we're trying to achieve. We want to either capture our DAW, in my case it's Cubase, and get the sound out of Cubase and into the video that we're shooting. And we also want to have our own voice, like I'm doing right now. I'm voice overing the tutorial here. So let's see how we can do that very quickly. So what are the tools that I'm using and how I'm using them? First of all, I use OBS. That's my screen capturing studio. It's a free application. I'll put the link in the description. Download that and install it. Very simple and very, very useful. So that's one. The second application that we need Voicemeeter. Now these guys in VB Audio, they create a virtual audio cable which will help us to route the sound from Cubase and into our screen capturing software. They also have the Voicemeeter, which is sort of a mixer, and they have more advanced applications like the Voicemeeter Banana, Potato, and V-Band. So check it out. I'm not going to waste time here on this. So let's have a look. First of all, the Voicemeeter, it is a very simple interface. That's the interface here. Okay, and it has two inputs here. These are real hardware inputs, like I can have my microphone connected here or whatever, but it also have a virtual input, and we're going to use this virtual input. One thing to notice right away, see that this is 48 kilohertz. 48 kilohertz, and so this is important. We want to have the sampling rate consistent across the entire chain. So make a note of that, and we'll come back to this later. Virtual input. So basically what we want is we want Cubase to stream the the sound out and into this virtual input. And in turn, we want to have that sound routed to our screen capturing software, which is OBS. And as you can see, I'm already configured here. So I have 3 inputs in OBS, and I'll show you how to set this up in a moment. So we have Cubase, we have my mic, and we have my webcam, and the names are are the names that I've given those channels here. So you can name them whatever, it doesn't really matter. It's not any kind of defaults that we have. So let's go back to Cubase, and again that's the my DAW. You might be using something else, but I'm sure it's pretty much the same. So going to Studio Setup and going to VST Audio System, I need to configure the driver, the ASIO driver that I'm using. So usually I'm using Crimson ASIO driver, which is my audio interface. But I want to route the sound from Cubase and into Voicemeeter, so I'm selecting the virtual ASIO here. Okay, that's the first thing. Clicking OK, I'm going to cancel. I don't want to mess with this. And so when I play anything in Cubase, you'll see the sound coming in. Right, so the next thing that we need to do is configure OBS. So I'm going to OBS, and you see this infinite loop. This is because I'm actually capturing the screen that I'm actually showing you. So usually what I'll do is I'll drag this out to my other monitor, and so it's out of the way, and then I'm capturing my main display, right? So that's why you see all these infinite reflections. So I can't really show you exactly how I'm configuring this without ruining this video, but I'll do my best. So first of all, when you install OBS, then you need to create a scene. A scene will be a set of inputs and outputs and configurations. So you click plus and you create a new scene. It's not interesting so much. Then we need to create our sources. So once you create a source, there are all kinds of source types. So when I'm clicking this, and I'm not gonna go through with this, I have audio inputs, which I need two. I need my Cubase to go in, and I need my mic. My microphone is actually connected to my external audio device. That's in my case Crimson, SPL Crimson, but it's not really important, whatever you have. So audio input capture, that's the first one, and we also want to have our Cubase. So basically we'll need to create two audio input capture, and we want to have also our webcam if you really want to have the webcam. So the webcam would be a video capture device. So that's what we need to do, create two inputs, audio inputs, and one video capture device. So I have this in place. So if we double click any of them, you'll see what's the what's the setup here. So let's go to Cubase, and you'll see that in Cubase the device is Voicemeeter output. So this is important, and so this completes the cycle that starts with Cubase. So Cubase routes the sound to Voicemeeter, and in turn Voicemeeter routes the sound into OBS. So that's that will give you the sound that comes from Cubase and into OBS. So I'm playing a note, and you see it here, right? Very cool. Next, we have our mic. So double clicking here, you'll see that device is line in SPL Crimson. So basically that doesn't go through Cubase. It's coming right from my audio interface and into OBS. All right, so if I click here, you'll see all my choices. These are the choices. If you have like a USB microphone, whatever, then you'll see it here. And I selected line in, and that's what I have. Right, so I'm going to cancel that, and then finally I have my webcam. Double clicking this will give me my webcam, and right now it's not activated, and there are a bunch of configurations that you can do. So let's activate that, and you hopefully you'll see me here. Let's activate that, and if you have a couple of webcams like integrated and external, then you'll see both of them. So I have like an external one. I'm gonna click activate, and you'll see me, hopefully. Right, this is me. This is my studio, and right. Okay, so now I can click OK, and now you see me, and I can move this around, and this will be the position where we want to put this thing here. Okay, so I can leave it here just for fun, so you can see me. I can just adjust this webcam. Cool. So that's what we need. Two inputs and one webcam. Two audio inputs. Right. So now, while we're here, let's go to settings, and see some of the things that are important here. First of all, you go to audio and you see that the sample rate here is 48 kilohertz. Important. You want to have all the chain, all the routing, everything in the same sampling rate. Okay, that's important. There are other configurations that you might want to check. For example, video, and you see the screen resolution, canvas, whatever, everything is in here. There are other general stuff that you might want to look at. I'm not really going to go into details here. In advanced, you'll see some more stuff like the file name, networks, all kinds of things that might be important. Output, you'll see that you have all kinds of advanced options like the bitrate and so on. So I know that there are a lot of tutorials about OBS, so check them out. I'm not an expert on that. I'm just going to show you what I know. So audio tracks, you'll see that you can select which audio tracks are, you know, configured for streaming, for recording. There are other types of you know, settings. For example, when I'm recording this particular tutorial, you see that I'm actually I have my audio tracks 1 and 2. So let's try and understand what this is, because this is going to be important for us. Also, you'll see the bit rates and other parameters that might be important. Let's cancel that and go to our audio mixer here. If you right click wherever, I don't know, like on Cubase, and go to advanced audio properties, you'll see a few things that are important. First of all, our mic, this needs to be in mono, okay, because otherwise you'll hear it just in you know, on the right side or whatever. So check the mono. Then tracks. So because I want to take that video later and edit and create some you know, some maybe put some VST plugins on it to get, you know, some EQs or compressor or whatever, and I'll you know, maybe I'll show you that in a moment. Then I want to have the sound that comes from Cubase or my DAW separated from the mic, so I can treat each of them separately. So that's why I selected tracks 1 and 2. So Cubase goes to track 1, the mic goes to track 2. Now, this is actually very important, because if you want to stream, you really want to have both of them on the same track, because you're gonna stream all the sound you know, coming from one place. I'm pretty sure there's an option in, you know, some of the streaming platforms that will allow you multi tracks, and you can mess with that, but really that's the easiest and the most basic configuration would be to put the two of them on the same track. And so don't forget, if you're flipping between creating tutorials or, you know, creating videos and actually streaming, then you'll have to remember, and I've messed around a few times, so you know, people can't hear me, or the other way around. When I'm recording tutorials, I forget that everything is on track 1, and it's a mess. So just be mindful of that. Let's close. And so these are the settings for you know, for OBS to get started. One thing though that is also important is that when you want to stream things, then you'll have to, of course, do start streaming. When you want to record, is record. So right now I am recording. I'm showing you the record you know, what I'm doing. So that's where we are. So that's pretty much the idea here. Right, so that will be to create a video tutorial or whatever, And just to give you a hint, I'm using this software, DaVinci Resolve, and it's free. That's the free version. I'm using this to create my tutorials, put the intro and the outro, and then do all the all the audio manipulations, or getting things in place. And so this is really useful and very, I mean, I can't believe that this is free. Okay, so this is really amazing. You can see that this is the tutorial, and I can play that, and I can do a lot of things. But what is important is when you go to Fairlight, which is the audio setup here, then you'll see the tracks, and you see that this is, I'm not gonna play that right now, but these are the audio tracks, and they go either to any of these inputs, and I can put VST plugins here, and so I can enhance. I mean, I can enhance the sound of my voice. I can put a compressor, limiter, preamp, whatever I want to create the voice, which basically that's what I'm going to do with this tutorial later. And eventually you can go deliver and select here YouTube and put all the parameters, and then eventually render this. So I know that there are kind of tutorials on this. This is one of the best solution for you to create videos. I really like it. I have to admit, I'm not an expert on it. I'm just basic user. So I don't think I'm the right person to show you around that. Yeah, let's go back to our story here. So that's how we create those videos and have sound coming from our mic and sound coming from Cubase. That's the idea. I think let's have a quick look at how to create streaming to Facebook or YouTube. So going back to my browser, if you go to YouTube, and this is my channel here, and if I'll just click create a video or post, clicking this, go live, then you'll be asked few things. So I've already streamed before, so it should just give me an option to copy and create the same settings, but we'll go with new stream. Now we can title this whatever we want, and we can put some text here, like testing live, whatever you want. You can select the category. You can schedule this. So if you're planning to stream tomorrow, you can just click this and select the the schedule to whatever date and time. You can also put a thumbnail, right? So I can select any of the thumbnails and use that, and that's pretty cool, because you want to have that stream waiting with some kind of a thumbnail. And especially if you're sharing this even before the schedule, then it's pretty cool to have that thumbnail in place, so people will get attracted to that. Also, you have to say if that's a stream that is made for kids or not made for kids, and this is in compliance with the regulations of the Children's Online Privacy Protection Act. So basically it says, if you're doing something that is intended for kids, especially like, I don't know, games or whatever you do that is intended for kids, you have to select, yes, this is made for kids. If this is something that is not made especially for kids, like, most of the stuff that I do, then no, it's not made for kids. Kids can view it, but I didn't, make it for kids. And then you can select age restriction and whatnot. Then you need to create the stream. So I'll click create stream, and I'm not online yet. right? So let me just get that out of the way here, and let's put that in place. So we're not online yet. We have our title, we have everything. Now we need to set up the connection between OBS and YouTube. So this is pretty easy. You just select the stream URL, you copy this. Sorry, not the stream URL, you select the stream key, copy that, go to OBS, go to settings, and select stream, and select the streaming service. So in our case, that's YouTube, and you need to clear whatever is here and put the key here. Click OK, and now if I'll start streaming, and hopefully I'm not messing with the video that I'm creating, you'll see that we're trying to connect. So hopefully it will connect. I have some issues with my internet, and so that's it. Once we're ready and we have the stream, then we can click go live, and you'll be live, and you'll be able to stream your DAW and show it to the world. So that's YouTube. If we want to create the same with, let's stop that. If we want to create the same with Facebook, then we can go to your page or group, whatever, and then you can select to go live. Let's do that. And when we select go live, we have choices. That there's a new live producer kind of thing now. So again, you need to copy the stream key, copy that, go to OBS, stop streaming because we were messing with that, go to settings, go to stream, and we need to select, of course, the service, but I'm not there yet because I'm still stopping the stream here. Hopefully I didn't mess things. If I did, then I'll have to go back and do this again. So what I've done here is I've closed the the tab that was wrong. We'll go back here and stop the streaming from here. So I don't want to continue with this. We'll just go back, right? And let's go to our OBS, and we're done here. Stream, and we're selecting Facebook Live. Clear this, put this long key here, click OK, and we can start streaming. Let's go to our Facebook, and you'll see that we are connecting to live video here. That's the idea. And again, my connection today is pretty bad, but we can see, okay, that's working. We can see a preview. That's pretty cool. And that's it. Now you can stream your tutorials, do whatever you want. Right, so I think that's it. So, and then of course click go live, and you'll go live. Both in Facebook and in YouTube, you'll be able to edit the video later. You'll be able to once the live stream is over, you can decide if it's public or private or whatever. Sometimes you record things that make sense in live, but you don't want to leave them in your channel later, so you can remove that, either remove it or just put it as private. So it's your choice. Let's go back to OBS and finish up this tutorial. So that's the idea here. Again, just to recap, I've installed the Voice Meter the basic voice meter. It comes with virtual audio cable and the OBS Studio. And then I go to Studio, Setup, selected Voicemeeter Virtual ASIO, and what I want is to stream the audio from Cubase and into Voicemeeter. Right, just a second. Yeah, to Voicemeeter. It will come here, and then OBS will grab it here. Again, how do you set up everything here? You create a scene, you create two audio inputs, and then display capture. That's important. You have to click the plus, display capture, because you want to, capture your screen. And that's pretty much it. So I really hope this was a good starting point for you on how to stream, how to get your DAW into either tutorials, like videos, and or stream it away. So that's it. Thank you so much. I'll see you in the next videos. Bye bye.